This is it. Another Monday night. Ready to go. 45 seconds almost. Getting ready. I'll log in here to my chat window. Okay, not that one. That one. 30 seconds. I am ready to play. My chat window's working. My chair is squeaking. Getting ready to go into the countdown right now.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Waiting to be paired. Is everything running right? It looks like it is. Will Ozier. I don't think I've played this guy before. I have not. Oh, he's on Mosaic Rookie Nights. Plays a Sicilian. I don't know that variation. Okay, this is the Kalashnikov. Is that what it is? You know, I think Bishop G5 is a move in this position. I think if you play here and attack the queen, and if the queen takes, knight here forks the king and the rook, and he has to win the knight, which is in the corner. I have played that before. I'm thinking about whether or not I should play it again. This guy's probably seen that line. He might know how to win the knight and everything if this is his favorite opening. C4 maybe. I'm out of theory again. Bishop G5, queen takes, check, king moves, take the rook. Just don't get enough for that. I kind of want to play here. Clamp down the D5 square. I don't know. I don't know if this is a move or not. I'm going there next. Okay, I'm going there as soon as I defend my e-pawn. Got to take care of that business first. Because this guy's undefended if I hop in here. Which I'm probably going to do by doing this. Pin it to his queen so he can't take my e-pawn. I am tempted to just capture this. I've done this before. I think I'm going to. This reminds me a lot of the Lasker Pelican. This piece is going to go here. Right now, in fact. I can always take this guy off. And I know in the Pelican they sometimes play it here and then back to here to avoid you from trading it. Stop you from trading it. Does that piece belong there? I kind of want to play f3, but also I don't really want to play f3. I guess it's going to go to e2. course, I got this big fat square that he can come into if he wants to with his knight. I don't know what his plan is here. Maybe his plan should be this followed by f5. My position on the queen side is a little shaky to be going after the castle queen side. Oh wow, he did it. He went there. I really kind of want to go here. Try to trade this piece. I play here and he plays f5. Captures, rook captures. Queen here hits both pieces. Not that that does anything. I would kind of like to trade off his white squared bishop. He'll probably play f5. But he doesn't. If he does that, I'll probably drop the knight back temporarily. I don't know. I really like having that d5 square. I think the time has come for me to castle. Yep, I do think so. Bishops of opposites, I'm not really wild about that. I guess I'm going to do this. I don't really want to, but I'm going to. I'll pile up on the d-pawn. Bring one of these rooks to the center. Threaten to take that pawn. Bishop of opposites in the endgame. Play here. Push. Push again. Kind of wonder how that plays out if I do that. You can't dislodge my queen from the square. See, I can play this move. He can't capture it because I'll take his bishop. So if I play here, the bishop moves, I push it another square. And he's getting ready to play this move. This is why he's doing all this. We'll try and do mine first. See what he does. I am a little worried about that move. Oh, yeah. He can do that. That's right. He can also play that move, which is not good for me. I don't know what's wrong with me. I don't know how on earth I missed that. Well, do I sack my rook for the bishop? I may have to. I really may have to do that. All right, I've got to get something going on the king's side, or this game's going to go down pretty fast. Let's see. Play here, attack this pawn, queen here. Then pawn here, pawn here. My queen's got to back out. I think I'm going to play this one. I'm going on a fishing expedition now to see if I can save this game. I am down 3 points, an exchange and a pawn. Those are my brilliant tactics. F4, throwing a pawn away. I guess at that point, maybe I should have just lived with it, gone into the bishop's opposite endgame and drawn. That was probably the thing to do. Yeah, that's what I figured you'd do. He's worried I'm going to win that pawn, but that hangs this pawn. I won't have my dominating queen if I exchange, though. I think he'll exchange queens. Then he's going to bring one of his rooks here to try to trade rooks. He's certainly got plenty of time to win this game. Now I push to here. If he captures, I'll get at least a pawn. Oh, wow. I did not expect that. He's given me a little bit of play here, which he did not have to do. I'm not really sure why he did that. If I push here, I gotta get my king out. Dink, 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 dink. Over to there. Gotta get moving. I really do. His king's got so much closer access to this than I do. We can't go there, obviously. Let's see. I think I better bring my king in. Okay, he's going to play here, maybe. This makes it hard for me to play that move. I think I'm going to play this move first. Yes. Now I'm going to play here, I believe. It may be the only way to keep his king from coming up further. Okay, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I'm not going to be able to get over there fast enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know if this works or not. I don't really have a lot of time here, but I think I'm going to try that. I know what to do. What is wrong with me? I know the move. I had some better stuff. Okay, I've got almost 4 minutes. I need to spend some time on this. If I take here and he captures and I push, what does he do? Okay, I play here. He captures and I capture. We have a major trade out. That's not good for me. His king really can't make more progress because I'm going to push in here. I think I need to play this move right now. Because if his king starts coming this direction, I want to be able to play this move. And I've got to get my king out. Could have spent a little more time calculating. I mean, I'll probably lose this game, but I have got chances here. I mean, these pawns are so far advanced. He has really got to be careful. I don't know why that's showing up over and over. I have to take care of that. Now, if I push, rook takes, I push again, and the rook cannot stop the pawn. Okay? If I push and the rook retreats, I could push again, maybe. I could even wait for his king to come here to do all that. These pawns are almost ready to walk in on their own. Push, rook takes, push. The rook would have to go behind, push this one, and I'll get a queen. I mean, I can almost snatch this pawn right now. Okay, I capture, rook captures, push. The king can't capture because I'll take the rook and I'll threaten the queen. King captures, I take king here. While he's running this one down, I've got to run down all of his on this side. There is a bit of a danger here because if he plays something like this and I push, he can capture here. What about that right now? Let me look. Push here, king here. I mean, excuse me, king there. Okay. Push, king here. I take the rook off. Push, rook takes. I push again, and he can't stop me from getting a queen. Push, the rook moves. I push again. The rook moves again. I push again, and I get a queen. I think this is the move. I'm getting ready to go under a minute. He should not have let these pawns advance this far. I'm not sure I can win or draw, but I think I'm going to win or draw. Down to a minute. Just got to stay cool and push them through. He captures here, I push. The rook can't go back to there to stop the pawn because I'll take the rook. And the rook can't go behind the pawn because I'll take the rook. So if he plays rook takes pawn, I push and he can't stop it. I'll get a queen. If he plays rook here, I push, and when the rook moves somewhere, anywhere, I push again, and I'm going to get a queen. If he plays king takes, I play takes rook, and he captures, and then we're in that endgame, which I just got to make sure he doesn't trade off all my pawns, and I could win. And that's the way he plays it, which is probably best for him. Okay, now I got to get my king out in a hurry. And I've got to watch out about these pawns over here. This is going to be interesting. I'm targeting that one first, obviously. I don't know what he should do. Maybe drop back here and then push here. So when I get to this one, he can push here. Bishop takes that pawn, and if he captures, all of his pawns are isolated at that point. And it would be easier for me to play. And this looks like the way he's going to play it. He's guarding this pawn. Okay, so now I capture and he captures. His king can get to here and to here, and he can push this pawn all the way to there, which is not exactly great for me. I don't have a choice. Do I? What if I play king here? He pushes, though. That's the problem with that move. I've got to do this. And now I've got to do this. I'm certainly confident that I can draw this. The question is, can I win it? A GM could answer that, but I can't. So I'm gonna work on. I got to hold on to this pawn, obviously. If he moves his king, I win this pawn. His king's gonna have to come in here, and then I win this pawn. Okay, now if I back up, I think that's the move. Might have been that square. I'm not sure. I want to keep the threat on this pawn, though. If he advances this when I go to here, yeah, and then I wait him out. He's either got to go here. Gosh, I got to be careful not to stalemate him. I didn't even think about that. If he plays here and I grab this pawn, he's stalemated, isn't he? Eek. It's decision time. If I grab this pawn, he goes here. Then I play here. He pushes. And he's going to push to here. Oh, man. I don't know. Is that a win? He gets to push this pawn all the way down here. All right, we're going to draw back to the tournament. Maybe I had a win, maybe I didn't. Who knows? I'll look at it later with the computer. Typical rook pawn game. Lost, 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 draw or win in the end game. There you go. There you go, rook pawn. Shout out to my boy Brent. How you doing, Brent? Oh, this is David Phillips. Here we go. You know, I actually thought about playing Alekhine's defense against him, just to play something different. I get tired of facing that C3 Sicilian. Let's try this one. I'll go back to the C3 Sicilian when I've had time to study it more. This is the line I thought he would play. I used to play this opening, and I'm out of theory. What does that tell you? Tells you I need to learn some theory. Whoa. Did I mess up here somehow? So knight here. He kicks me. Knight back here. To go here. Knight here. If he kicks me, I have to come back. Well, I get to the same square. Let's just go here. Here. Sweet diagonal. Well, he really doesn't want to play this knight out. I wonder why not. Let's see, if I play here, he's taking it nice and slow, that's for sure. I guess that was done to stop my knight from coming here. Put this piece on that diagonal. This is probably like move 8, and I'm out of theory already. Wow. Is this a trap or something? Is he going to trap this piece? I think he might. This knight's got how many squares to go to? If I go here, he pushes to here. Where does this piece go? This guy's a tricky dude. Back in my mind, I was kind of wondering about a piece getting trapped, and now I think it is getting trapped. Be nice to get a pawn for it at least. Which piece do I want to give up? I want to give up the knight. Because if I retreat that knight, he's going to play g4 and he's going to trap my bishop. Oh no, wait a minute. I do have a way out of that, don't I? I'll take this piece off. I play here. He plays g4. I take check. Rook takes. I play bishop e4, threatening this, and I can keep it on that square. So that will work. I'm going to have to give up this guy. Still probably better. Oh, I'm sure it's better for him. We'll see if he wants to do all that. I need a lever or something. I need a pawn to move. What about this one? I need to soften up this pawn somehow. That's the whole point of the Alekhines defense. Let them overextend their pawns and then attack them. I could always put this dude right back here. All right, he finally does that. What do you know? All I'm doing is moving pieces around. I actually thought about a while back, and I think I was even thinking of an earlier game with him. Like, why didn't I just kind of maneuver around, work on my position, wait on it, that sort of thing. I guess I could play this one here, and then into here. Maybe do that. Take over the e4 square. I don't know. What do you do in this crazy opening? Play there first and then do it? Why not? Why not give him a target? He doesn't seem to be doing a lot here. This to here attacks that piece. I guess he's coming after my bishop. I can put it on e4, let the other knight take it. I could also just sort of let take with the g pawn. Get an open g file, drop my knight in on this square. I could play it that way. Let's see, if he takes here and I take here, how bad is that for me? He could play his king over and start pushing his pawn. I can play my king over. I could play my queen up and recapture with the queen. I could also just retreat the piece, although I don't think that's the right move. He's just going to accelerate his attack. I think I want to play here. I'm going to take back with the pawn. It may be bad, but I'm going to do it. That way, if he plays g4, I can take with the pawn. Okay, we're going to find out how bad that move was. I'd love to keep this pawn on this square. Maybe try to limit that piece. really sure what the right plan is here. Before I do that, do I need to do this? So if he actually captures it, I capture it back with that pawn instead of this pawn. That could be true. Now the question is, do I play here and let him possibly take there? Maybe. I mean, do I need to play this move first? And then I play the knight there, and if he doesn't take and I play into here, then this pawn is going to be weak. I think I play it now. If he does capture, I'll have the option of playing the knight back and bring it into here. Possibly. I assumed he moved this piece to get his queen maybe activated. I'm not really sure. Is he really thinking this diagonal might open up? Which it might if he does this and then pushes this pawn at some point. About ready to do this too. Maybe. Or maybe leave the knight where it is and push this pawn. Play here, play rook over, start trying to figure out a way to get my queen into the attack. That's a good question. How do you get your queen into the attack in this position? Be careful not to pre-move something. I've done that to him with him before and lost. I don't want to do that again. This guy's a really good player. His rating's down a little bit right now, but he's really good. And he won't miss a tactic. He'll figure out something that he can do to me. I think he's just trying to figure out how to proceed. I just don't know how on earth I'm going to get my queen into an attack here. Because I've blocked my diagonal. I blocked this diagonal. I mean, how do I get my queen out of this without doing something? I'm not really sure. He's really taking a long time on this move. Knight here, knight takes, pawn takes, bishop takes, pawn takes. I don't know. Pawn here at some point, so my queen can get out. To here maybe. Hey Justin, you're awestruck. Are you playing? Are you done? I don't know why this guy is still just clocking down. Oof. Uh-oh. Maybe he got disconnected. I thought it told you if they were disconnected. I know the feeling. You want to know who's out there. I need to look at that more closely. I was looking at it before the tournament started to see who I was likely to be paired with, and it turned out I was right. I got paired with the guy I thought I was going to get paired with. I think Fayetteville 7177 is I think he's disconnected. He's let about 6 minutes click off his clock. Wow. He was not disconnected. Okay. If I play here, captures, I could take with the pawn. I hadn't thought of that. Make his bishop move. I want to play into this position. Maybe he had to go to the bathroom or something. Or maybe he was just delving deeply into this position. Okay, if knight takes, if I were to take with the pawn, he could play bishop here. Take, rook takes, knight here, rook moves, knight takes. Is that what he's worried about? Now he is threatening this. He's threatening take, take. Oh, not white taking two pieces. Take, 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 take. So I have to make a decision now about my knight. Well, that's an easy decision to make. I either go back here and hit his queen, or I trade with this pawn behind it. Eek. Is he going to win a pawn? We'll take there. Now, if I play here, hitting his rook, he's going to retreat the rook. And be threatening this capture. I really think I will just play here. Guard the pawn. Okay. Here, threatening this. If he captures, pawn captures. Okay, this pawn is weak on an open file. That's a problem for me. What about queenside activity? What if I move that pawn? Let's do that for a minute. I thought he might do that. Now if I play here, captures, I could bring a rook to the file. Rook over, trade, another rook to the file. That's one thing I could do. If I play there and he pushes, general exchange, this pawn's a little weak. I got to get prepped for this. I think I need to move one of these rooks to here so I could possibly look at making that move. Here, take. This pawn's going to be really weak. do something about this soon. I don't really think I'm the one with the king side attack either. Maybe this rook first. He did put his bishop on a really great square. Okay, now if I push and he captures, queen captures, which is fine as far as I'm concerned. If I push and he pushes, capture, this pawn is suddenly hanging. Oh, he'll play bishop takes. I need this rook over here too, is the problem. Push, push, capture. Can't play this one over here because he'll play the bishop right here. Trying to figure out if I got anything else to play for in this position. I would love to get rid of that piece. The time may have come to try to trade it. I'm going to have to get a little pumped. I should have taken that one. I am going to have to get a little pumped up here. Okay. That's fine by me. I'll play this one to guard the G pawn. I wonder if he'll push this. He's going to pick off that pawn. Oh. I guess I have to. Man, I hate to play that move. This pawn's critically weak. Critically weak. He's taking his time. I think he's probably going to double on the file. I might be wrong, but that's what I think he's going to do. That pawn can be won in good time. He's lining up on it. He goes after that. I'm going here. This square, maybe. Gotta guard this. If I play here, we trade. This pawn suddenly defended. Hard to believe taking the queens off is a good thing for me. Okay, I won't go that way. Eek. All right, looks like I'm getting mated. It sure does. All right, I'm gonna pump it up. Pump up the volume. I almost did. All right, I'm gonna get a water and we'll be right back. Awesome. That's awesome, Justin. I'm about to win, I think. Great. Okay, David Phillips wins again. He very carefully worked through that. I know I made some positional mistakes. There's no doubt about that. But I thought that it would be complicated enough I might be able to pull out a win or a draw. Okay, here we go. I'm number 50 in the tournament now. You gotta love it. Play here. He could do this. And then I take here. Okay, that was a mistake because now I'm going to win his queen. All right, it's nice to get a win. I'm number 50 in the tournament. I draw and I lose, and I'm number 50. Who is number one? One of God's own prototypes? Some kind of high-powered mutant? Never even considered for mass... What the... What? I don't know who number one is. I don't take too much time to look for it. Master of the Nimzo. Listen to David Phillips always takes it out of me. Those are rough games. No idea. Completely out of theory. Waste time on that move. Yeah. But here. I really kind of want to play this move. He plays here. Takes. Queen takes. I can't do that. I mean, if he plays here, captures, check. I really want to kind of play this move. I'm trying to figure out some way to get a kingside attack. If I can play here, what's he going to do with that pawn? I'd rather play here, though. Go at it this way. Then he'll have to play this move, and then I can play that move. I'm just trying to play simple chess. Just try to make moves. Try to figure out a way to win. Uh-oh. That's a puzzle rush. You pick off the knight. I'm threatening a mate, and I'm threatening the knight. And I will take the knight. And I will take the pawn. Just because I'm a pawn grubber. And then I'll come back to here and trade queens. That's the way it goes. That's the way I play it. Push here so you can trade. Why not? Now he's got a weak pawn here. Just make sure you don't make a mistake. I'd love to fix. Did he resign? I guess he did. I'm not having the best night. Well, I drew a guy that had a rating about like mine. I beat two guys that were low rated. I lost to Phillips. That hurt. What happened? Did he resign or something? I think he might have. I better leave him alone. I was going to put down, we've got coffee in the house. Well, do I want to put anything in the chat window? Why does it say I'm streaming? It did earlier. Am I still streaming? Yes. Explain the Pyrrhic. Normally, I consider that move a waste of time to stop the bishop, but actually, I think it's a move you're supposed to play in this line. Stops that push. I think that's a threat. I don't think anyway. Put it here. If I play it here, it just bites on that. But I really would like to castle too. I don't think there's enough there. Play here. Wait a minute. Here. Attack the pawn chain at the base. This piece. What is the proper plan here? I just don't think I get that much out of this. It's not like I'm really getting a attack over there. Push, take, attacks that pawn. Play here. No. Where's this piece go? Knight takes. This and this are both weak. I need to castle. This piece needs to come out so I can castle. Play that and see what he does. Okay. It'd be nice if I'd looked at 1,000 Peart games, had some idea what I was doing. Of course, I'm way out of theory. Here and here, maybe. It's a little bit too dangerous over here to castle queen side. I want a castle king side. Okay, he's going to do that. He's probably going to take this thing. Or maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's going to take this one. Play here. At least this weakens this square, these squares around the king, if we end up doing that trade. I think I want to do this. I could always start attacking. I don't mind these pawns being doubled. If you're going after his king. Oh, wow. He really wants that piece out of there. Play here, maybe? I don't think so. We're going back here. I could play this. If he takes, I'd take with the bishop with check. That would be nice. Trying to win that pawn, or that one rather, after the exchanges. Whoa, why queen e8? Is he trying to play this? Oh, I think he's actually going to come up here and here. If I stay here and he plays this, how does my queen get out? Push. And he pushes. No. I think right on this move I could play this. Or I could go ahead and play this. So I want to do anyway. Let's do this. He's going to trade queens. That's what he's working on. It sure is. Take. Of course, it wouldn't be like that. It would be like this. Take. King up. No. Take. Does this win a pawn? I capture. He, of course, can capture. But if he doesn't, he captures my queen. I capture. Pawn captures, rook captures, check. So I can do this. Yeah. It took me a long time to figure that one out. Now, how badly do I want this king side attack, which isn't really a king side attack, because there's not enough attack in my king side attack. How badly do I want that? I think trading queens is not the move here. I want to play here. Someday maybe I can get pressure on that. We'll see. My queen here can guard the knight and this pawn. I can go forward with this plan. Also, I could get my king out of the way and maybe double on the file. I play here. He takes. Queen takes. F5. C3. All still works. I have no idea what I'm doing. I'm just making moves. Hoping he'll make a mistake. I'm working on the merch store. Gonna get back to you on that. Don't forget, YouTube channel, R00KPAWN. And then I take here. Wow. Another move I didn't expect. Guess he's going to take my D pawn. I'm moving too fast. I do not believe in moving fast. Check. And I'm either going to win a rook. Oh, that rook's hanging too. Let's just do this to him first. Check. Let's take this one. That way he can't check me on the e-file with either the rook or the queen. All right. I got 5 whole rating points. Got time for one more, maybe. Ugh. This is exhausting. Master Mummy, I've played him before. That's my record. 1-0. I think I had a very hard game against this guy last time. That's my recollection. Now, when he does this, I think I'm supposed to play d5 to stop him from playing e4. This looks like some Magnus Carlsen type stuff. I had a really hard time against this guy last time, I remember. Some monkey business. I don't remember what happened, but I remember that something fishy about it all. I did this because I don't want his knight coming out. He's locked this piece out. Here, here, push, here, push. Knight takes. I take his bishop. He takes my knight. Doesn't look good for me. Here, here, push, here, here. Knight takes pawn. Doesn't work. I could play my bishop to g4 before I develop my knight. this guy right here. I actually don't mind trading it for that knight. Maybe I can get this guy again, like I was planning earlier. Okay, if I capture, and he captures, and I play knight here, bishop takes it off. No good. What about this, threatening this? First, let's bring this guy in. I'm giving up on my bishop on g4. It will be traded. Why did that thing say I was... What is this? Somebody challenged me to a game? I'm in a game. Castles. This piece is out there now. What's he doing? Master Mummy. Mummy Master. I am the master of Mummy Master. No, I am the master of Master Mummy. That's a better way to say it. I am the master of Master Mummy. Okay, if I play here, I'm still looking at this. Push, back, push. Queen takes knight. What about here, hitting his pawn? Let's make him defend it. Or think that he has to defend it. Let's just try and scare him a little and hope we don't miss a tactic. Although this position is pretty dead. I'll have to figure out a way to open it up. How about rook here, c5. He attacked my queen and defended the pawn. Well, bully for you. What if I go here to attack his knight? Here, knight takes, knight takes. Let him explain it to me. I think, without question, my game plan is this, and this, and this. I want this guy going back there. Why did it say I was streaming earlier? I am still streaming. What's going on? Lichess is supposed to say I'm streaming. I saw it earlier, and I don't know where it went to. Maybe after this, I'll go back to the chat window and say something like, I'm still streaming. So the tournament's only got 10 minutes. Oh, there it says Deep Geek is streaming. Holy cow, he defended it. I didn't expect that. That's making this a lot harder. He's going to do it himself. Is he going to go there? And then I play here? I feel better about that if I was castled. Bring my rooks to the center. Actually, No, I'm not taking a draw, dude. I'll lose before I'll take a draw. Okay, here. Okay, wait a minute now. Here, 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 here. Right. Let's kick this piece. Draw declined. Ow! Look at this! Okay, knight takes. Queen here. And that knight are both hanging. I think that'll work. Man. I just had a bad feeling about that b5 move. Because getting this move in is what you really ought to be working on. I just didn't want him to beat me to it. Okay, so if he plays knight takes, I play queen here. That knight hangs and that knight hangs, and he can't guard both of them. Will he have a threat with his knights or his bishop? No, he doesn't even have a check. Well, that knight could go back to there then. After that, couldn't it? Then I would have to play up. Gosh, I sure hope he doesn't do that. Thank you. It made my life a lot easier. Still, deal with it, dude. I got to deal with this. I really got to deal with it right now, I believe. Play here. Knight here. It's my queen. How do I guard this pawn? I guess I'm going to have to bring a rook over to guard it. That's really terrible. Could drop the queen back, maybe. Not really sure she's doing anything over there. I want to play this move. Attack this piece. Open up that business. Uh, 8:22 Central Time. This tournament's got less than. It's got 6.5 minutes left. I get tired of waiting on these guys. I wish they'd move. I stream. I think, therefore I am. Okay. And my rook will hang. Take. Queen takes. F5. He makes a move and I can pick off that thing. Can his queen move anywhere that'll hurt me? I don't think so. I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to do it anyway. Because I love grabbing material. Queen takes. F5. The queen has to move. Bishop takes. Rook takes. Queen here, hitting the rook. Now my queen can come back here. That's how I'm going to play it. F5. Let's see what he's got in store for me. Let's hitting this. Quarter. Well, go here. Go queen here. I could even capture this pawn. If I do that, this pawn's guarded. Let's see what he can do to me. Play here. Attack the rook again. I could play here right now. You could play here, pin the pawn to my queen, which wouldn't be good, and hit the rook. I think I need this piece, this pawn right here on this square for defensive purposes. I do indeed. I know grabbing this one's crazy, but I kind of want to do it. I mean, I can play here, and he'll drop his queen back. Then I got to slowly work through this. I don't need to move this thing. It takes these squares away from his bishop. Is my queen better placed there or there? Three, four. How many pawns do you have? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pawns. 3, 6, 8. I've got 8 pawns. This will give me an exchange and a pawn. And I could go to this square and hit his rook. Let's do this. This guy's got to stay right there. And now I could castle. If I castle and he plays queen here, I've got to play rook there and give him the exchange back. Which is not that terrible, actually. It's not that bad of an idea, you know. I think I'm going to do it. This is a powerful piece, and I would love to get rid of it. Next is rook here. Oh, that stops it too. If he plays here, I can play rook here. And that squares can't be attacked. My queen's guarding this pawn, which is a good thing. I need to play this and this. You know, he doesn't have enough square. He can't get into the squares is the deal. He can't really get in there. You know, I was going to play here and give him the exchange back, but now I'm thinking I'm just going to play here. I don't see a puzzle rush, but I miss him all the time. He has no checks. I don't see how he can do this. Rook and queen guard that pawn. Okay, and now I can play here and hit his rook and that pawn. Here. He's going to probably come back to here. Oh, I need to play my queen back to here. Then my queen can get behind these pushes. Yes, that's much, much better. But this pawn's going to hang. Push. He plays here. Push again. Capture. He'll take with that pawn because this guy's guarded by that piece. I guess I can take my time, play this guy to here. Now I want to put my queen on that square is what I want to do. Okay, queen here. He plays bishop here. And then I play queen here. Bishop here, and I move somewhere. I gotta be really, 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 really careful here. Is this queen going to come over this direction? No, because the queen has to guard the bishop. This is a really lousy square for my queen. I can play here and hit the c pawn. I have got to get my pawns moving. It's got all this pressure on the... That's the wrong pawn to push. Here. Push the c pawn. Finally going to get what you want. I'm moving my pawns, dude. Come back. I didn't really expect that move. Uh-oh. He's got a threat down here. And he's got a threat right there. Okay, queen here stops the mate. If he takes the pawn, I get the bishop. No checks. He can't attack this rook that I can see. I don't think he's going to get any checks with it. I think he may have to exchange queens. We'll see. Ugh. This guy really plays a tough game for a 1657. He takes here, I take here. He can attack my rook. Okay, the queens are coming off. I'm done with this. Okay, and now I'm going to play... I'm ready to go after this guy now. I at least have a position I think I can win. It's not going to count for the tournament, though. Tournament's over. He'll just push this guy. That's what he's working on. Somebody had a challenge up here to me. I don't know who it was though. I don't know. They did. Guess they didn't know I was in a tournament. I could be 2 pawns up on the rook and pawn in game. Let's see, take, check, check. Can't take it because of the rook's pinned. If he captures, I capture his rook. Time to bring my king in. No, I'm not going to take a draw. He's annoying me, offering me these draws. I guess that's obvious, isn't it? Three, 4, 5 to 3, 4, 5, 6. I need my king over there right now. Don't you know? Okay, so he does that. I think I'm going to bring my king up. Oh, man. My rook's hanging. Embarrassing. What? What did I do that for? Tactics 101. We're going back to basics. I guess he's trying to blitz me. That's why he missed it. I don't see how a guy this strong misses a move like king takes rook. We'll do this. I'm going to do this. Then I want to do what? Check and take a pawn. Sad. This is sad. I'm not exhibiting good technique here. This is not going to go down in history as one of the great end games that I played. Here, dude, you can trade rooks. It'll cost you a pawn. I really want to get rid of this piece. Yep, I was going to take it off. Guess he's going here. Feeling a lot better about this. Let's run a pawn. Bishop here, maybe. guy's making me late for dinner. I want to eat. He knows it's lost. Let's make him go the other direction. Keep on. Let's keep playing. I think this guy played the mate last time. His coach must have told him to play the mate. Tournament's over. Well, that was an exciting night of chess. Where did I finish? 16th. Oh, he said good game. I'll give him a good game. I hope he doesn't listen to the stream. I'm kind of hard on these guys, you know? Happy about my aphids. Did anybody respond to my bad headache? I stream, therefore I am. I threw that in there for Jody. Nobody said anything though. I don't know if Jody was still on here or not when I did that. Oh well, time to end it all. No, just the stream. Great night of chess, Monday Night Chess. All right, it's over for another Monday night. Hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.